What's going on, guys? It's your boy JC Nerdy Treasures coming at you. We are live and in color, and today we are talking wrestling. Yes, that is correct. This is Outside Interference, and I am joined by my co-host, Dre's Geek, Depot and Papa Lucha. Say hello, fellas.
Orale, what's up?
Yo, what's good, everybody? You know it's your favorite heel.
So, welcome, Con. Nice to see you in the chat. Like you said, first time you got to see us live. That's cool. So if you guys don't know, Wednesday is my wrestling day. We like to sit down and just talk wrestling, people. And I love doing it, man. It's cool. Oh, appreciate it. So we had a huge week in wrestling, and every bit of it I loved. I'm not going to lie. This has been a really good week for me. I know I see that face Dre's making, but
I thought it was good.
All right.
It's if we had to scale it, it was better than last week.
Okay, let me say this: WWE has been a really good week. WWE was. I don't know about. I didn't get to watch NJPW, but Raw and SmackDown were really good this week.
The Indies were not bad. I mean, Ring of Honor is kind of like with the whole if you're keeping up with being the elite. With them going now, becoming the elite, and the Bullet Club is now the Bullet Club. It's no longer Bullet Club Firing Club. Like now they're two separate entities. So, and they kind of sold themselves as that they're not going to be going to WWE. Like they basically were trolling fans. So it's like they're like, we're not going anywhere. So like officially now the shtick is over. So they're staying with Ring of Honor, which is good because I'm seeing them in January here in North Carolina. So that's a win.
Yeah. But they even started talking about how Cody might come to the Royal Rumble, so I was excited about that.
They said Kenny too. They said like Kenny ? Rumble, Cody ? Rumble. So like,
right. I will be right back. Go ahead and keep going.
All right, so Papa Lucha, let's talk about Raw. Let's start with Raw.
All right, man.
What's your favorite thing on Raw?
What do you think about Dean Ambrose, man? You think it's over for good, bro? He did that little promo, man, and I don't know, it kind of brought a tear to my eye when he burned that vest.
I gotta admit, it was I think it was a good heel promo for him. I think it was a good chance for him to finally come out of that, like, hey, I'm no longer in the Shield. I'm doing what I need to do to kind of go out on his own. I've always thought Ambrose was that one guy that could really get that push to the main event. And I felt like the only reason he had the strap on him once was because he was in the Shield, and it made sense that Roman had it multiple times, Seth had it multiple times, that you needed him to have it. So,
I'm back. So, Con, let me say this: we do talk professional wrestling, but I am a fan of amateur wrestling, or collegiate wrestling, whatever you want to call it. And we do talk old school wrestling on here. So, and it's not too. I mean, we talk more about what's going on in the week and what happened in the week, but we like to throw in the old school with it. So
we do. We actually are going to be doing a show like that on this coming Monday. Actually,
yes.
So if you want, tune in on Monday to. I guess we'll do it on my channel, and we're gonna do a big whole thing about like old school, new school, kind of like a year in review.
That'd be kind of that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
So we were telling. Look, me and Papa started it, but I want to get your input too. What do you think of Dean Ambrose heel turn? Like the raw promo he cut.
I like the promo. He's starting to look more insane than normal, which is all Brian Pillman-ish. But I think that
that's a good call. I got to give you 10 points Gryffindor for that.
But he did. He looked it looked more Brian Pillman than anything. But I mean, I like that. So,
that's cool, man.
He was akin to old school Randy, or new school Randy, where like once he became the Viper. Like I felt that promo went so perfect for this turn that they're doing for him, and it was a gradual turn. So I liked it. It wasn't like this. Like we all knew it was coming because they set up over weeks. how he said that I'm weaker because I was in the Shield, my brothers. And then he even made it like where he could turn babyface again, where he even said, he's like, does it mean that my brothers may not forgive me at some point? I hope they do. But right now, I have to take care of Dean Ambrose.
What did I say? He goes, maybe one day my brothers can forgive me. And he goes, no, that's not it. So,
yeah.
It was a great swerve. Like hey, you're no longer the babyface. You're going to go full on heel with this for a minute. So I like it. I definitely like it.
Yeah. It was a great heel turn. And there's a YouTuber that I watched that post like clips for Monday Night Raw on her channel. But she's right there doing commentary with him. Her name's Luge SPY3. You should check her out. But she was like doing the same thing I was when Dean Ambrose poured gasoline on that jacket. I was like, why are you doing that right next to the fire?
Oh, yeah. I was like, don't do it. You're going to burn your hand, bro.
It's H2O, bro. Don't worry.
Oh, boy. So wait, let's actually talk about probably the best thing of the entire evening, which is got to be the saddest thing of the evening as well, which is Becky Lynch coming out, getting a concussion and a broken face.
Like a G.
Like,
yeah.
People equated this coming out for her as the Austin 316.
Like, oh, yeah.
That level of important.
It was because, I mean, if you looked at it, she didn't stop when she done that. Most people would stop. She kept going. She fought through it. She kept fighting.
Irish badge of honor.
She did. And I was like, that is so badass of her.
G.
But
Straight
G. It continued into SmackDown.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Because they turned this unfortunate incident into gold. Because now you get to see that match that everybody desired. The head of the 4 horsewomen against the head of the horsewomen.
No, I'm not going to lie. I seriously wanted to see the man versus the baddest woman on the planet.
So did I.
I was hot for that match.
But now we get to see Charlotte versus Ronda. That's like the dream fantasy match that everybody desired.
Oh, no, but that's like Shinsuke and Seth. That's another fantasy match that I'm getting to see, and that's fine. But Becky Lynch is hot fire right now.
They hyped that up to be.
I will say that we're Go ahead, Papa. I'm sorry.
I say, yeah, they just hyped that up to where, that's what we wanted to see. And then we ended up, I mean, it's still good. Charlotte and Ronda, but man, I was just so hyped to see Straight Fire.
Oh, Straight Fire would have whooped her ass too, because
I think so.
Because I think that would have been the fight. Ronda came out. Listen, Ronda came out and cut that. I gotta give Ronda's promos got better too. So it wasn't this went to just social media. This was one of those things like The Rock and Cena, where it went to social media and it came back onto television, went back into social media. It was such a good 3 weeks of hype that for her to get this concussion, I think it's not going to derail her star power, but it definitely, for me, I think it ruins her run a little bit. It's like a trip up in the run. Now, people said that this is also part of some backstage heat she got.
Okay, so I'm going to say, Con, you have a really good match right there, the Triple H Batista. I think that it might happen if The Rock doesn't come back. If The Rock comes back, it's going to be Triple H and The Rock. But
Triple H is out now for a good long time.
It's not going to happen at WrestleMania like everybody was hoping, but
it'll happen. But yeah, we're probably looking at SummerSlam, if anything.
Robert Breaks the YouTube. I will say they are not dodging AJ and the Brock, but they just don't want it. Nobody wants that match.
Well, let's be realistic. I said this last week. I said that if we get another AJ Brock match, it was going to be AJ, who's actually a wrestler, versus Brock, who's a fighter. And when you have those matches, it never favors the wrestler. AJ had to carry Lesnar for 15 minutes of that match because Lesnar, who was an amateur wrestler, much like Bobby Lashley, you would have expected him to carry himself, but because Lesnar is getting older, Lesnar doesn't want to put himself out to get injured. He doesn't want to risk diverticulitis flare-ups. So this whole thing was give it to Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, well, you just went smaller because he actually weighs less than AJ Styles. And he's shorter than AJ Styles. So now you just went down a caliber of wrestler. Not saying that I think Daniel Bryan's not straight good, but here, give me a second, guys.
All right. So, yeah, I agree with that. I think that if AJ went against Brock, that it would be the same outcome as before. That's why they're putting Daniel in there, because they don't want to see the face that runs the place lose twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, man. I just hope D. Bryan doesn't break his neck or anything in it from Suplex City.
Yeah,
I just hope he comes out. I just hope he comes out all right, man. Because Brock Lesnar just seems like he don't give a crap, man, and he'll just,
But at the same time, Brock's tried to suplex Daniel Bryan, and he just flipped out of it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, those were some good wrestlers, Con.
Yeah.
Brock is going to fight Cormier eventually. We're still waiting on that fight. I know that they were going to announce it for this coming, but they didn't. So we're still waiting on Brock versus Cormier. So, yeah, Mr. Perfect and Lex Luger were really good. Mr. Perfect is probably one of my second favorite all-time wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's technical skills, man, were just – he didn't lie, man. He was perfect at everything, man.
He was. Pop Game, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So, Papa, what was your take on Raw?
You know what, man? I was gonna go back to that, and dude, I like the way now they're focusing on Drew McIntyre, man. I like that the way it started, and I ended the Shield, and I told you I was gonna do it, and now oh man, it was just the whole thing. Even when Finn Balor came in, it's like, let's not get that European Brotherhood in the way, because I'll still stop you. So yeah, man, I like that, man. Drew McIntyre, man, I like what they're doing.
Yeah,
I really do.
I enjoyed the McIntyre thing and the Dolph and the Finn Balor match. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it was good. So I see it, man. I see it coming. He's gonna be the one running the show, I think, for a while, man. And you know what? And then with the whole Dean Ambrose thing, I'm like, man, that would just be good to even have a rivalry with those two. And if I don't know, man, it was just so many possibilities, bro. It's like, man, so I'm excited, man. I really am.
Con, I agree with you. The Rockers are an awesome tag team. They were an awesome tag team. I don't think HBK should have ever turned his back on Marty, but it made for good TV and it brought us the showstopper. That's what it did.
That's right.
So yeah, I mean, Raw was something different for me. I did enjoy the whole SmackDown invasion, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I love it.
I really want to know how Becky got Ronda in that lock in the first place. So
came in with the steel chair, bro.
And it started with Braun Strowman tearing up the whole tag team division again. Dude's a monster, man.
He is, dude. I was kind of thinking about Baron Corbin too, man. I want to see them work with that dude, a little bit more, because that dude he's got skills, man. He really does. And
I wish they would make him like Drew McIntyre. I wish they, yeah.
He's got the skills, man. He does, man. So there's a lot of ways they can go with this, and I'm just excited to see how they work it out, man.
Con, I don't think you would be able to, but my legs are pretty strong. But I do love Bret Hart. Bret Hart was my number one all-time favorite wrestler. Why are they not pushing up Bobby Lashley?
He's too nice.
He is very nice. But here's the thing. They are giving him a push because with Leo Rush right behind him, he doesn't have to talk anymore.
Yeah.
So Leo Rush is Bobby Lashley's push. I think he'll get a title match. I just don't think it's going to be next couple of contenders. To be honest, if right now Brock Lesnar is the champion, I see that his probably the next one will be Drew McIntyre or Braun Strowman.
It'll be Drew.
One of those two is going to go for it.
I think Drew.
Vince is racist. I'm not going to say that, but like I said, because I can say that the Wild Samoans and all these people were tag champs. The Rock was the champion for a long time. That was Vince's boy, The Rock. So, but they are Samoans. So, what's going on, Galactic Pops? How are you doing? Welcome, Lady Days.
You know, the one thing I didn't like about SmackDown, man, is that, man, Cien Almas, man, he deserves more, man. And that match with Jeff Hardy, dude, is like, come on, man. Like, we all love Jeff Hardy back in the day.
I love Jeff Hardy now.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Even now, I still love him. But come on, man. It's like,
very true. I don't think he'll win the Royal Rumble, but I do think he's going to get close enough to have a shot for the title.
Oh, you know what, man? Hey, that'll be, if anything, that will be the beef between Dolph and Drew McIntyre, the last two, and he screws them over. Ooh.
If this plays out like I think it'll play out, I think it'll be Cody Rhodes that wins Royal Rumble.
You think so? Ooh.
I think so.
I think he'd be in the Final Four at least.
I think he comes in at number 30, like they're predicting.
Wow. American Nightmare. Boom!
That would be, and if they rolled with that plot right there, the American Nightmare, they'll have gold right there.
Yeah.
So I think we lost Stray for a little bit.
Yeah. I just get worried with Rhodes coming back, man, because I don't want them to do him dirty again, bro. I really don't.
I don't see them doing him dirty. I think that now that Vince he's not stepping down, but he's more concerned with XFL now than he is with the WWE. He's still trying to get that off before 2020. I think that I forgot about Dre, but I think that Hunter's taking over a lot more than normal.
Good.
So, yes, he will have Kenny in tow. Kenny will be there in the Royal Rumble. I don't think he'll be in the Royal Rumble, but I think he'll be close behind. I think one big surprise in the Rumble is going to be enough. Oh, so Stardust was a joke. Let me say that. I'm not going to lie. He hated being Stardust. He did not want to do that gimmick, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was
So right now I'll say this, Robert, right now it's looking like Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are going to be coming, but they don't have a for sure on Kenny Omega. But I believe my theory is that Triple H is going to buy that contract out.
Hey, did you happen to notice Carl Anderson and oh my God, Luke Gallows, man, wearing their OGBC. Did you see that?
I seen that.
I was like, oh, here we go,
sweet, brother. Too sweet. Right. Man, that was pretty cool. That was a killer promo that Usos did.
Dude, Usos, man. I love the Usos, man. I'll tell you what. And the way, the whole tag team, the way they were coming out with that, man.
If there is going to be a turn at SmackDown or at Survivor Series this weekend, who do you think it will be?
Ooh. I don't know, man. I want to say, I don't know.
Con, I would love to see that. Another match between Taker and Mankind in Hell in a Cell. However, I don't think Mankind's going to wrestle ever again.
I don't know. You think Shane, man? Shane?
Well, it's a little bit different with Shane and Mankind because Mankind has had so many blows to his head that he really can't think straight half the time anymore. Yeah, what's up, Joe? How are you? Welcome to the stream, man. Cheap and nerdy. Ring of Honor is hard to watch, but all indies are really hard to watch. They're not made for like the big propaganda WWE fans. They're made for people like the real down low wrestling fans, like people that go to the wrestling shows, like the one up street here. And I go watch wrestling on whenever I can. So it's cool.
Yeah, I get him about 2 weeks late, man, over here. So I gotta watch highlights on YouTube, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ring of Honor is cool. I would rather, like I said, I would rather sit and watch NJPW, to be honest, or Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground is becoming a great little soap opera.
Dude, they're canceling it, bro.
I know. I'm pissed off about it, but
and you know, and did you see Wade Barrett show up in the last one, dude? He made an
yeah,
appearance on it. I was like, oh man, and then they're gonna end it, bro. I don't know. I mean, they said it's still up in the air because they got a different ownership of the channel. Someone just took over.
you know
So
who did?
I can't remember who it was. I was
I
reading
think
it
it's
the other
Netflix.
day.
I think it's Netflix took over,
No,
but
no, Netflix doesn't even want anything to do with
they bought
Lucha
them out.
Underground. That's why they didn't.
All right,
I just heard.
I'm gonna show something. This is something new on here that I want to do. So, if you don't know, there's a wrestling movie coming out, and I'd like to show the trailer for it and see what Papa Lucha's got to say about it. It's only gonna take a minute, so I'm gonna share my screen, and let's see some weirdness. What's up, Dre? I know he's still in and out. I don't know. Oh, why aren't you doing it? All right. So that's my screen share. Went weird. I want you to watch this.
The hell are you doing?
All right. What'd you think of that one, Papa?
Is that Paige? That's Paige, right?
Yeah, it's all Paige.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man. I'm over here reading. I'm like, I couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Trying to read everything. Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't hear
man.
any of it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
watch
why
that
you
though,
couldn't hear
man.
it. It
I
looks
don't know.
good, man. It's a
It
good
does.
movie.
It does look good, man.
It's all about the story of Paige and her brother and trying to come up in wrestling. I'm surprised you couldn't hear
Heck,
it.
I couldn't hear it, but I was like kind of like imagining what was being said, and Rock like it doesn't matter what you think or what you want to do.
Who plays Xavier Woods? That's wrong. Oh man.
Is it good? Yeah, man, it looks good, man. It's got some good. You got Vince Vaughn in there, man. It's crazy. The
Yeah,
Rock,
Vince
dude,
Vaughn,
the
The
Rock.
Rock. Dude from what is it, Simon Pegg movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So. All right, so that has come to my end of my time. I don't know what happened to directed by Brad Maddox. Dude, you need to stop that. So, if you guys don't know, what's that? Is Jenny saying something?
I can't even hear Jenny right now. I got earbuds in my head. I'm looking at him like, what?
Yeah, so I got to get out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on and showing me some love. As always, I got to say happy hunting because it's worth it. Make sure you show my new YouTube channel of the week, Rod Pop, some love. He is trying to get to 200 before Sunday at 11:59. If we do that, I am going to give out something cool. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully we can find Dre sometime in this week and get him back. As always, happy hunting because it's worth it. Peace out.